Hi, everybody. Welcome to Morning Tea with Omotola. Grab your cup and join me as we dive into stories, trends, and happenings around the world, all through my unique opinion and perspective. Let's sip, share, and spark conversation together. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe, share the stories, and leave your comment according to your opinion. Hi everybody, welcome to Morning Tea with Omotola. Today's video is a continuation of a story we've all been following. Xiaobai and Merci, the corn girl. If you're new to the story, please go back and watch the last few videos to get yourself updated. Xiaobai has been on a daily rampage about how Merci is a very bad person and how he's been holding it inside all this while because he had no one to talk to about it. So now he feels the only way to share it is with his viewers or fans to get their opinions. Despite all these rants and complaints about how bad she is, he still got her a gold ring and kept buying her stuff willingly. And when Merci asked if he is sure it's okay for him to buy it, he always says yes, it's okay, and he makes sure he buys it. Then a few seconds after buying it, he gets on the rant again, complaining about her buying attitude. Do you all remember Mercy's early days in China? She insisted on them staying in the village, but because of his money-making intention, he brought her to the city and rented an apartment. Do you also remember that Merci was always reluctant whenever he insisted on buying her expensive things? But he always assures her that the fans are paying for it. The question remains, what actually happened? What is it that he is not saying? This girl cannot just change all of a sudden. Did she hear something about him? Did she get to know that he's been saying stuff about her behind her? Though he claims she's seeing or talking to another man, but yet she agrees to marrying him, Xiaobai, and taking wedding photos with him, photos that she knows are going to be on social media. So something is off somewhere. Before I continue, if you're new here and you have not already subscribed, please don't forget to do so you can be notified when I upload new stories. Also, don't forget to drop your opinions and views in the comment section below. Remember, your opinion could be for or against. Everyone is entitled to their opinions. Please come along with me as we narrate the story.
Xiaobai, the two-faced Chinese scammer, rants and blame on Yumi Mei, Merci. Xiaobai, once celebrated as the man who turned a humble corn girl into an online sensation, has now become the center of controversy. After his whirlwind romance with Merci, the Ethiopian roadside corn seller, brought him fame and fortune, the relationship has crumbled spectacularly. What remains is a bitter tale of deceit, blame-shifting, and cowardice. Merci, the heart of the live streams. Merci, lovingly nicknamed Yumi Mei, Corn Girl, captivated millions with her authenticity and humility. Xiaobai's audience adored her innocence, her struggles to adapt to life in China, and her wide-eyed wonder at new experiences. However, what seemed like a genuine love story allegedly was a meticulously crafted performance by Xiaobai, with Merci unknowingly cast as the star. Xiaobai's live streams featuring Merci generated significant income. Viewers donated generously, bought her gifts, and paid for shopping trips. Despite this, Xiaobai never invested in Mercy's well-being beyond what would maintain the illusion of their relationship. Promises of a better life, a Chinese tutor, work in support for Mercy's family never materialize. The blame game begins. In the last few days, Xiaobai announced via livestream that he was ending the relationship and sending Merci back to Ethiopia by the end of December. His accusations against her painted a grim picture. She treats me like an ATM. Xiaobai claimed Merci was ungrateful and greedy, accusing her of spending excessively despite her frequent reluctance to accept expensive gifts. She doesn't appreciate me. He alleged that Merci left behind clothes he had bought for her in Ethiopia, conveniently ignoring the cultural practice of gifting items to family and friends. She doesn't listen. Xiaobai berated Merci for not adapting quickly enough to life in China, overlooking the language barriers and lack of support he provided. These allegations were made in Chinese language during his live streams, ensuring Merci couldn't understand or defend herself. Yet he kept playing the victim. Viewers see through the lies. Xiaobai's followers quickly turned against him, accusing him of being two-faced and manipulative. Their observations painted a very different picture of the relationship. Cultural differences. Mercy's generosity in giving away clothes to her family in Ethiopia clashed with Xiaobai's inability to understand African cultural norms. Even though when he went to Ethiopia, he bought clothes for kids on the road as Mercy's family. Language barrier. Xiaobai deliberately avoided helping Merci learn Chinese. He decided it would be better for him to train her, because it costs a lot getting a tutor. He ensured she remained isolated and unaware of his true intentions, also so that she wouldn't be able to know or understand his conversation online or hear when he's talking about her. Broken promises. From Chinese lessons to job opportunities, Xiaobai's grand promises were empty words. His actions were geared solely toward maintaining his income from their live streams and using it only for his own benefits. False narrative. Viewers noticed how quickly Xiaobai's opinion of Merci shifted from planning a wedding to accusing her of greed and dishonesty. Yet he easily bought her a gold ring and several other things willingly just for him to complain about it after. This sudden change fueled suspicions that Xiaobai was fabricating a story to cover his own shortcomings. Mercy's silence speaks volumes. Mercy's silence throughout Xiaobai's public rants raised questions. Some viewers speculated that she had begun to realize the extent of Xiaobai's deception. Perhaps she had grown weary of being paraded as a prop for his financial gain, or she has found out about what he says about her online during live streams. Or maybe she refused to comply with Xiaobai's escalating demands, triggering his outburst. Rumors swirled that Xiaobai's recent drunken behavior and temper tantrums stemmed from an incident where Merci upheld her cultural values, refusing physical intimacy before marriage. The cowardly exit. In the days leading up to the breakup announcement, Xiaobai was still promising wedding photos, a trip to Hainan, and a future together. Viewers now believe these were last-ditch efforts to milk the relationship for more content before abandoning Merci. Instead of taking responsibility for his manipulative behavior, Xiaobai blamed Merci for their downfall. His live streams devolved into one-sided tirades, with Merci reduced to a silent spectator who couldn't understand his words. Viewers assumed he was covering up something. They think something might have happened and he doesn't want her sharing it. That's why he kept buying her stuff and yet saying she is a bad person behind her back. People do not just turn around and change within 2 days. He has always praised her and complimented her, even though the viewers do not know if it's a script or not. At a point in his video, when he was buying her a bedding set, while answering a viewer's comment, he said Merci has a very good character and that 3 Chinese women's characters can't beat hers in comparison. Then a few seconds after that, he went back to saying, she's a bad person. Audience backlash. The audience's response was swift and harsh. He never loved her. Many accused Xiaobai of exploiting Merci purely for monetary gain. He's lying. Viewers pointed out inconsistencies in Xiaobai's story, questioning how someone could drastically change in just 2 days. He says she's good. He kept saying he has never met a woman like her. He said if he hadn't experienced the relationship with her, he wouldn't know the worth of how good a woman could be. Shameless and cowardly. Xiaobai's refusal to translate his complaints into a language Merci could understand was seen as a calculated move to maintain control over the narrative. He could have called her and used a translator to voice his concerns. The end of the road? Xiaobai's credibility is in shambles. While he continues to live stream, his audience is no longer charmed by his antics. Many are waiting to see if Merci will break her silence or return to Ethiopia to share her side of the story. As for Xiaobai, viewers are convinced he is already plotting his next scam. They think he is losing his sanity with the unexpected calculated move he did. His reputation as a two-faced manipulator has overshadowed any goodwill he might have earned, leaving him isolated in a house of lies he built himself. The question remains, will Xiaobai face accountability for his actions, or will he find another victim to fuel his deceitful schemes?
So what do you think about the story so far? He did some live streams yesterday where he asked Merci to join him in advertising some of their product. So we don't know what is coming next. I will be glad to read your opinions because this story keeps getting weirder. Remember, you are entitled to your opinions, so don't forget to share them in the comment section. And don't forget to come back for more stories. If you're joining me for the first time, welcome to Morning Tea with Omotola, where we share stories, happenings, and trends all around the world. Thanks for watching. See you next time.